Dear Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, dear young people and leaders of the future, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry not to be with you in person today and grateful to the International Organization of Youth for letting me join you virtually instead. Many of you will leave this room today having written a declaration, so I want to speak to you as someone who has done exactly that inside the system. I led the United Nations AI project under the UN Economic Commission for Europe that produced the world's first regulatory arrangement for products and services with embedded AI, and I authored the AI declaration that sits alongside it. Let me share what I wish someone had told me before I started. But first, the topic I was asked to address: AI adoption by youth for development. Now, my message here is short. Adopt AI. Adopt it boldly, but adopt it on your terms. The most powerful development story of this decade will not be AI delivered to young people as finished products, built elsewhere in other languages, trained on other people's data. No, it will be AI adoption led by youth. A farmer's daughter building a crop advisory service in her own language. A student translating flood warnings faster than any ministry can. Not receiving technology, directing it. And I see this leadership already. Through my advisory work with some of the member state partners of the summit, I work alongside the Scubaverse, a young venture helping small island development states using digital and AI tools to understand, manage and protect their ocean economies. Built with the frontline, for the frontline. That is what AI adoption for development looks like when the people closest to the challenge hold the pen. And because good intentions are not a method, here's the practical part. In my own enterprise-wide AI risk management framework, there's a simple pre-deployment test. Just 3 questions, and they work as well for a community youth project in a village as they do for a global bank. Should we do this at all? Not can we, should we? How does it change behavior? Who stops being consulted? Whose knowledge gets bypassed? And can we explain it? If you cannot explain to your grandmother in her language what the system does with her information, you're not ready to deploy it. 3 questions, no budget required. Just discipline, because the first AI governance question is not how to deploy, it is whether to deploy at all. Now, to your declaration. This summit has been honest about something most AI conferences hide. Many of you, particularly across the global south, are skeptical of this technology. Now, do not let anyone talk you out of that skepticism. It is not a communication problem to be managed. It is evidence. Skepticism earned through lived experience of systems that were not built for you in languages that are not yours by people who never asked any one of you. Put it in the declaration. A declaration that records where trust is missing and why is worth more to the United Nations system than one pretense consensus. Then make your declaration one that survives contact with reality. 3 tests for that from experience. First, be specific. A declaration without specific ask is a press release, not a governance instrument. Do not write, youth should be included. Write where, by when, and in what numbers, seats in the implementation mechanism of the Global Digital Compact, named youth reviewers feeding the 2027 Global Sustainable Development Report, a standing youth constituency in whatever framework follows 2030. Second, name the owners. Every commitment in your declaration needs a person or body who carries it forward, in exactly the same way that every deployed AI system needs a named human owner. Not a committee, a name. Documents do not follow themselves up, but people do. Third, build the follow-through before you celebrate. The day after adoption is when most declarations die. Decide today who reconvenes when and what gets measured. If your declaration still has owners and a meeting date in 6 months, you will have achieved what most member states struggle to. Delegates. I have spent more than 3 decades in risk management, and I will let you in on its best kept secret. Risk management done well does not slow things down. It makes them sustainable. The same is true of your declaration. Written with specifics, owners and follow-through, it will not just be a statement of what young people think. It will be an instrument of what young people do in their future. The countries in that building spend years negotiating how machines should serve humans. You will live longest with the answers, so write it as authors, not as an audience. I look forward to working with you, many of you, after the summit. Until then, build carefully, question everything, and lead courageously. Thank you very much.